being seen dead in a boring old coffin is not the only way to go out. The new style is to get pumped full of embalming fluid and posed up like a waxwork at your own funeral. Number 1. Hard day at work. Thursday, June 12, 2014. Miriam Burbank of New Orleans with a case of Busch beer by her side, a menthol cigarette in her hand, and a disco ball flashing overhead. Miriam Burbank attended her last party. Burbank's 2 daughters, who called her Mom May May, said she was full of life and they wanted her funeral to reflect that. So they told the funeral home directors at Charbonnet Funeral Home what she liked and came up with this. Aside from the beer and menthol cigarette, Burbank is sitting at a table in a living room type setting. Also, the saint's lover has her fingernail painted black and gold. Burbank's daughters said other family members seem to enjoy this fitting goodbye. This is extreme embalming, where bodies are preserved by injecting them with a chemical fluid before being displayed in bizarre real-life positions. Bodies are forced into position by having their feet secured to the floor, poles erected behind their necks, and even their limbs pried apart. Number 2. Front and center. Rapper Gunu was quite literally front and center at his own funeral, with his body propped up and on display in a club. The 24-year-old's funeral, named The Final Show, was held at Bliss nightclub in Washington, D.C. Sunday, and footage from inside the building appears to show the rapper's embalmed corpse overlooking the crowd, fully dressed up and wearing a crown. The audience reaction is pretty mixed. Some are dancing along to the music, while others are stone-faced, staring at the dead body in front of them. Bliss nightclub said they weren't made aware of the tribute ahead of time, according to 2Fab, and have apologized to anyone offended. The club is still investigating if the body was real or not, or if any legal ramifications are possible. Gunu, real name Markel Morrow, was found with fatal gunshot wounds a few weeks ago in a District Heights parking lot. His family believes he was the victim of an armed robbery. His mother says the artist gave up everything the suspect wanted, but he was still shot in the back. Prince George's County PD is offering a $25,000 reward for any info that would lead to a conviction or arrest. Number 3. Posed. A family whose teenage son died honored his memory in an unusual wake. His corpse was positioned in a chair facing a television screen, a video game controller in hand and his favorite snacks next to him. Renard Matthews, 18, of New Orleans, Louisiana, was robbed and shot to death on the evening of June 25th while walking his dog. Matthews, whom a neighbor described as a nice young man, loved football and basketball. His favorite athlete was Celtics guard Kyrie Irving. His mother, Tamika, told a local news station, WGNO. On Sunday, his wake presented a faithful reflection of his low-key lifestyle. The family had Matthews embalmed and placed in a stance that was typical for him. He was seated in a chair, wearing an Irving jersey and sunglasses, with a PlayStation controller in his hand, facing a television playing the Celtics. He was flanked by Doritos and soda. Number 4. The party. Nikki Easterling went out Tuesday evening just the way she would have wanted to, well-dressed and in the thick of things. Friends of the local philanthropist, socialite and party hostess packed the gleaming marble foyer of the Sanger Theater on Canal Street, plucking champagne and fried eggplant from the trays of passing waiters. Music sounded from a jazz combo parked on the balcony overhead. And Nikki, as everyone called her, took in the whole scene from her perch on a wrought iron bench, her famous accoutrements of hat, feather boa and cigarette holder all in evidence. She even wore a diamond-studded bitch pin on her chest. Easterling died April 14th after a long illness that seemed in every way to confirm New Orleans' reputation for enjoying a cocktail and some company, and for pursuing both in ways that tend to set it apart from the rest of the country. No, this was not really a funeral, as Easterling's daughter, Nancy Mike, explained in an interview earlier this week. There's no program, she said, it's really more of a, she paused and searched for the words, then continued, it's a really nice way to say, the party's over. Number 5. Poker face. The dead body of a Puerto Rican man has been embalmed and placed seated on a poker table alongside friends and family. Henry Rosario Martinez died aged 31 on January 19 in his hometown of Barceloneta in the northern side of Puerto Rico. The cause of death was alcohol consumption mixed with the taking of prescription drugs. The family did not comment on the death, but local media reports it could have been a suicide. Martinez used to sing reggaeton music, loved rooster fights, and was also a fan of gambling. This is why his father contacted Jose Mendez, the owner of a funeral service company, to ask him to prepare the body of his son in order to put it on a poker table instead of a coffin before his burial.
Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and share. Don't forget to smash the notification bell so you will be notified when we upload new videos.